Alright, this video is about drawing the perfect graph. And for our example, we are going to use y equals 2x minus 4. So, step one is you're going to find two coordinate points. Now, you can do one of the following. You can either create a table of values or you can find the x and the y intercepts. Now, the more preferred method is the x and the y intercept. So I would like for people to start working in that direction. Okay. Learn how to do it. If you're stuck, please let me know so I can help you. Okay. But I will show you both methods regardless. So let's carry on. Remember, um, if you remember from the revision slides, you got to pick out some x values to substitute in. So I'll do that for the table values right now. Okay. So x equals 1, y equals 2 bracket 1, whoops, negative 1. What am I doing? I was right. X equals to negative 1 there, minus 4. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, minus 4, and then I end up with y equals negative 6. Just like that. Now, x equals 0, y equals 2 bracket 0 minus 4. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. And then finally, x equals to 1. Y equals 2 bracket 1 minus 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Just like that, okay? Now, that's for the table of values. As you can see, it's a lot of work. All right, let's now find the two corner points using the x and the y intercept. So to find the x-intercept, y equals 0. So you substitute um, the letter y as 0, and then you just solve for x. So you just want to do plus 4, plus 4, plus 4 there. 0 plus 4 is 4, and then you get 2x. Divide both sides by 2, and then you end up with x is equals to positive 2. And then the next thing you do is you write it as a coordinate point, if you remember. That you find the y-intercept, x equals to 0. Y equals to 2 bracket 0 minus 4. That equals to 0 minus 4, which equals to negative 4. And then you write this as a coordinate point. Okay? Step 2 is plotting your coordinate points. Now, I am going to use this method, the x and the y intercept method, because that's the one that I want people to learn and to focus on. So I will do that. So I've got my coordinate points 2, 0. So that's 2, 0. Um, and then, hold on, I shouldn't write that. I'll just plot it. So 2, 0, and then I've got 0, negative 4. So just plot them for now. The next step is to connect the 2 points with a straight line. So let's just do that, okay? Let's just grab your ruler, line it up, draw a nice straight line. As you can see, my ruler doesn't work that well, but it'll be relatively close. So just make sure you draw the double arrows indicating that it keeps going. Now, step 4 here says to label the x and the y intercept on graph. Now, the reason why the x and the y intercept method is more preferred over the table values is because you're gonna have to label your intercepts on your graph anyway. So if you have it prepared beforehand, it makes your life 10 times easier. So what I'm gonna do now is after I've plotted it and obviously I've drawn the line, say that I'm going to label it as coordinate points, just like that. Okay. Step 5 is to write your rule near the line that you drew. Okay. So after you get to this stage, so I'm just going to have to repeat it again because I didn't do it earlier. So after you label your X and your Y intercepts like that, what you're going to do is you're going to write your rule nearby. So just write it near the line. I like to write it on the top right, okay? Or like, the furthest right hand side. So because I know what my rule is, y equals 2x minus 4. Now, this is how your graph should look like at the end of the day. It should have your x and your y intercepts labeled. It should have your rule of the line nearby. And once you have this and your line is like where it's supposed to be, you're done. Now, I would imagine this is a 3 to a 4 mark type question. So you get 1 mark for labeling your intercepts and rule. You get 1 mark for drawing the correct line, and you might get 1 to 2 marks for using a method to find the two coordinate points. No, not using a method. I would say using the x and y intercept method. Okay. It's just less work overall. Okay. So make sure you do this. Okay. Remember, the x and the y intercept is the preferred method because it's less work overall. But yes, the table of values method makes sense as well. So I would not say, hey, learn the table of values method. I would say, hey, learn the x and the y intercept method. Okay. So just remember, this is how your graph should look like. Take care, study hard.